Hello, this is Mad Cat. My God, is my hair a mess? Yeah, it's kind of wake up with bad hair. I told people this would happen when I shave my hair off and it starts to grow back, is that it just starts growing in every which direction at once. It's not easy to manage, but I'm actually going to cut it again. Gonna go back to a bald, almost balding look. So, I'm still doing a lot of preparation right now. But, I've talked about this a little bit. That, this time around, it really feels like... Oh, hold on, I need to tie my shoe. Da, 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 da. Sorry for that. All right. So, I've been talking about how this time feels different than the last time I was that I feared being homeless. And, I felt like with Arizona, it was more of a death sentence. I mean, unlike in Pennsylvania, there are trees everywhere, and with trees you have animals. You got rivers, which you can fish in, and it's possible to make yourself a shelter even if my tent is not all that great. But sure, now my other shoe needs to be tied. Fuck it. Yeah, I need new shoes. That's one of many things I desperately need. But this time around, I don't feel so alone in this process. I've had a number of people reach out to me and offer support, offer encouragement. Some people have given me advice on the basis of not really understanding what I've gone through already. And it gets a little frustrating. I understand people are trying to be helpful, and it's why I don't bite your head off. I mean, but when you've been dealing with this for 5 years and you keep getting the same exact advice from everyone, I'll admit it. It gets a little annoying. But I love that people want to give advice, they want to be supportive of me. So, But some recent developments is one of my closest friends who is also disabled. Her disability is in a different way. She started a GoFundMe for my situation. And certainly people on Facebook have shown their support. They said they want to help out. I don't expect much from it, and to be all honest, and not to say anything bad about anyone out there, but my situation shouldn't really be news to anyone. I've been warning people that this was going to happen for quite some time. Now, I give the benefit of the doubt that, everyone says that bad things will happen, and over-exaggerate. Thing is, I was never over-exaggerating or exaggerating in any way. But I've tried to raise money over the years, and I've never really raised that much money to make a difference in my life. Don't get me wrong, I'm thankful for what has been donated to me over the years. Very thankful. In fact, last November, another woman took it upon herself to do a GoFundMe so I could have a Thanksgiving dinner. And, I got enough money to buy myself a turkey, some potatoes, some eggs, a few other things, and I had an amazing meal that I cooked myself. Yes, ladies, I love to cook. Okay, my shoe is really starting to bother me. I'll do it up here. So, there's a part of me that doesn't want people to donate. And I know that sounds weird. I'm in this position where I need people to donate, that I don't want to be homeless, and I want to get out of this situation as much as possible. But it's kind of also like, I feel like sorry, I'm tying my shoe. The other one this time. I feel like maybe, in a way, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve people donating to me. That sounds weird. Why wouldn't I deserve it? You know, I'm a good person. I try to fight for others. I've tried to help raise money for other people. So why wouldn't I deserve it? Well, part of it is pride. Pride that's like, this, if I'm accepting help from other people, it means that, you know, I can't do it myself. And we live in a culture that's very much, if you can't, especially as a man, and if you can't do something for yourself, then you're not a man. And I've heard a number of people say that, and, you know, it stings when you hear that, because you know it's partly true. I'm not a man because I'm in a situation where I can't take care of myself, that I do need help from other people. So that's part of it. But the other part comes that there are a lot of people out there that need help. And, you know, it's just like, I don't know. Do I really deserve it when so many people need help? You know, there are a lot of homeless people out there. Taking that into consideration, though, and having this feeling of, do I really deserve it? It makes me very appreciative when people do donate to me, when they try to help me out. And I feel like I have a civic duty. I mean, I could just take the donations, get myself better, and then I'm a success story, but I feel like there's more of a responsibility there. That people donating to me helps me get out of my situation, means that not only do I desire to pay them back, and they may say, well, you don't need to pay me back, but I will try in some way. It may not be in money, but I will somehow pay them back. What the heck? There was something here, and it splashed in the water. I don't know, was that a duckling or a frog? I heard that, I haven't seen a frog for a long time, but I've heard that frogs will stay near the water, and when they hear an intruder, they'll dive and bury themselves in the mud. So maybe that's it. Not exactly a waterway here. C'est la vie. So not only do I have responsibility to try to give something back to the people who've helped me, but I also have a duty to try to help others. So, despite this feeling that of maybe I don't deserve it, it needs to be channeled. And you're going to feel this if you're in a situation where you're homeless and, you know, your friends want to help you out, and you'll feel a little guilty of taking their help. And my best advice to you on that is to take that and channel it to say, if you're going to help me, then one day I'm going to take this charity and give it to someone else. Pay it forward. So it's weird, I know. I mean, if you're not going through this situation, then your thought might be, well, why wouldn't you take people's help? You obviously need it. But when you're in that situation, you feel guilty. I mean, and I've been in a position where I could help people, and I've tried, and they outright refused. Now, maybe it's because they felt that they were better than me, and to receive help from me was kind of insulting for them. And that sounds stupid, but it does happen. Like, well, you have nothing and I have more than you, and yet you're giving me something? No, it shouldn't be like that. And it's not that these people are horrible, it's just kind of a natural instinct within them. But, I remind myself that if I was in a position to where I could help people, I would. Like, I tried to raise money for Cytherea. I really worked hard to make sure people helped her out. There was Liberal Lunacy who needed a lift chair, and I really tried to help out for that. Modern Medusa, she once got robbed while being an Uber driver, and I did a crowdfunding for her. So it's not oh yeah, I definitely do something. I have. So, I keep reminding myself, it's like, you do deserve help. You do deserve people wanting to be there for you. And no matter what I feel, I've got to focus on that. I've got to just allow it to happen. So, my best friend doing a GoFundMe to try to raise money for me, I need to be thankful. I need to say to her, well, I need to thank her. I have thanked her. In fact, she went through every step of the process with me to help make it happen. And she's a person who can't do a whole lot herself. So being able to do this is a really big thing for her. And I, champion that thought, because I know what it's like not being able to do things for other people when you really want to, because of some sort of disability. But I've got to be appreciative of her work and her effort and those who donate to me. And any of those guilty feelings I have, again, redirect it to pay it forward. I think that's just a good rule overall, but I will never make that expectation on anyone else, but I will make it on myself. It's a beautiful church right there. I always wanted to go inside just to see it, but being an atheist and all. So, I'm still getting my book worked on. I'm going to really try to push to get the first draft done today. Unfortunately, there won't really be time to do the additional drafts I normally do for a book. Like, I usually have 11 to 12 drafts of a book before I release it. But desperate times call for desperate measures, so I'm going to get this part finished, hopefully today, maybe tomorrow. I have until the 19th. Book's not released until the 23rd, but Amazon wants to make sure that I get it on the 19th. I got the cover done. I've got much of it edited, not by a professional editor, although she is professional quality, but you know, I just gotta put it all together, give it a read through, then convert it into HTML. I hand code all of my ebooks so I can make sure to give the best possible quality. And then I can release it. And then I can take a break. I mean, I've been working on this book since pretty much Christmas, the week of Christmas. In fact, it might have been the day before or the day after. I don't remember exactly. But I started working on this book. Was that so, 8 months. 8 months I've been working on this book. And most of that was research, and then actually writing it, it took a lot more effort than I anticipated. So, oh my God. I can't wait to be done, in all honesty. And then just market. Market the book, try to make a good amount of money from that. That's really what my hope is. And that's kind of always been my mentality, especially with like Patreon and my writing career, is if people are going to give me money, I prefer it to be for something that I do. Making videos on YouTube, writing books. I want to earn the money. And I think deep down, that's what all of us want to do. We want to earn the money. We don't want money just given to us. We want to do something to warrant the money given to us. So, but at the end of the day, I need whatever donations people are willing to give to me so I can get out of this situation. And maybe it's a little bit of charity that people give me, and maybe it's that the work that I've done warrants it. But once again, just pay it forward. When I'm in a position, when I get out of this, I'm going to be much better than I was. And I know that, and I believe that. And that's what's driving me right now. It sucks right now, but 6-8 months of doing this, I should be out of it guaranteed. I should be in a much better place. I'm hoping before then I'm in a much better place. Hoping before then I can, get a motel, a single, like a studio motel. Just a bed to relax on, free Wi-Fi. If not free Wi-Fi, then I can always go to the library. And that'll be good. God, I already look homeless, don't I? With this just hair and this untrimmed beard. Needs serious shaping. I'll get that done soon. But other than that, there's it's just work and research. And there are people out there that are wanting to help me with that. I've got one person who has been homeless who's going to kind of help give me some direction in being a nomad. I mean, with the homeless shelters not really being an option, I mean, I'll still try. Like I said, I'll try and apply and see what happens. But, I mean, if they say, hey, you can be in this homeless shelter for 90 days, I'll take it. But if they say 30 days, it's not worth it to me. To be in a place that smells bad, that's loud, that I have to be really, really paranoid of every person around me to possibly steal from me, I'd rather be a nomad, in all honesty. And not to put down people who work at shelters and all of that. It's a tough job, but, I mean, it is what it is. So, I don't really know what more to say at this point. I feel like I should say something more, but I'm coming up to my 20-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Be sure to check out my links down below. I do have my GoFundMe, which I should be adding at the bottom of this. Unfortunately, uploading from my phone doesn't put the auto stuff in there. So if you don't see it there, check out my other videos. I think I'll put on my About page as well. So if you don't see it down below there, click on my About page and see all the links there. I've got Patreon. I've got PayPal.me if you want to donate directly to me. I've got the GoFundMe if you want to add to that as well. I, of course, have my book that's going to be released at the end of the month, but you can go ahead and pre-order that now. I think that's everything. Oh, and the Amazon wish list. There are instructions on the actual Amazon wish list if you want to check that out. And help get me some items that I need. By the way, I've played around with this knife yesterday. I haven't really tested the knife so much, but the fire starter had a little bit of difficulty with it. Apparently, there was a black layer all around it, probably for safety, but there was no instructions of, hey, by the way, you need to strip this down to get to the actual metal part to get some sparks happening. I tried to create a fire yesterday. I'm just assuming I'm not using the right materials because I was using dead leaves and grass to do it, and it didn't start a fire. I think it might be a little bit cheap of a design, maybe not. So I'll put a fire starter on my Amazon wish list. But check out all my links, and if you want to help me out, even $1 is a lot. But there are many different ways you can get money to me. Probably the best way is either buy my book or my PayPal.me account. Anywho, that's going to do it for me today. God, I went past my 20-minute mark. I just talk and talk and talk. Jesus. Anyways, that does it for me. This is Mad Cat signing out.